Yes, good morning students. Today we can discuss about the logistic regression and web scraping. Logistic regression is a type of technique in the machine learning. There are two types of technique, that is linear regression and logistic regression. Linear regression means, when we will go with linear regression means, if there is a continuous group. For example, if you consider the 5 years of sales analysis, every year sales is increasing. Okay, so we will go with the linear regressions. Logistic regression means it's used for the classification purpose. Okay, that's a binary classification purpose. We will go with the logistic regressions. Before going to the logistic regression, let's see what is a contour and contour F. Yeah, contour is a function in the matplotlib. Okay, it is used for to draw an imaginary line on the ground surface joining points of equal elevation is known as a contour. What is a contour means? An imaginary line on the ground surface joining points of the equal elevation is known as a contour. For example, if we consider a hill, in this hill we have the hill, right? In the from wherever the equal points, there is a equal point, the 80 point level 80, there is an equal point, two equal point, and at the 75 there is a two equal point, at 70 point there is a two equal point, at 65 point there is a two equal point, like that. If you draw the imaginary line and in the ground surface, if you intersect all the points, then it is called as a contour. Means, for example, from the top there is a for 80, and then for 75 there is a equal point, for 70 there is a equal point. These are the imaginary these are the imaginary lines, and in the ground surface we are intersecting all the points. That is called as a contour. In this, the higher value are inside. In this, the higher values are inside. Okay, if you consider two different hills, there are two different hills, and we are checking the wherever the equal point. Suppose if we construct a bridge, then we will check the two equal point, right? Same thing, we will be checking the equal point on two hills. At the 80 point we have the two equal points, and at the 75 we have two equal point, at 70 we have the two equal points, at 65 also we have the two equal point, and below some 60 there is a two equal point. For that, wherever the equal points are there, we can draw the imaginary line, and in the ground surface we can be intersect all the points. Okay, so in this, the lower values means the higher values are the outside, lower values are the inside. For in the earlier example, higher values are inside. For in this example, lower values in inside. Okay, there is a function called contour F. Contour F means the matplotlib.pyplot.contour function, which is used for the plotting filled with the color. Means contour F draw a filled contours, which draw a filled contours. Okay. Now we can go with the logistic regression step by step. Yeah, logistic regression means it's used for the classification purpose, means either true or false. Okay, or so some people, for example, consider COVID situation, who are affected by the COVID and who are not affected by the COVID. It's used for the classification, binary classification purpose. We are importing the pandas, some inputting libraries, that is we need a pandas libraries, numpy libraries, matplotlib.pyplot. Pandas means for pre-processing the data sets. Okay, numpy means if you perform any numerical kind of operation. Numpy, which indicate that numerical Python. Okay, so which is used for the creation of the array and matrix representations and any of the numerical kind of operations. We will go with the numpy. Matplotlib.pyplot means which is used for the visualization purpose. Okay, PLT is an alias for the matplotlib.pyplot. Now loading the data set, that is user data. We are loading the user data.csv file. There's a two different files we can load, that is CSV file or Excel file. If you are loading the CSV file means, then we will use a pd.read underscore CSV. If it is Excel means pd.read underscore Excel. Okay. So pd.read underscore CSV, which is converting the CSV file raw data to the data frame. Okay, data set is nothing but a data frame. You got it right? Data frame is which is in a table format. You can easily manipulate those data, if any unwanted columns or raw data which we can remove, and if any duplicated values we can remove. We can alter the table in data frame. What is the use of the location and allocation? Means location and allocation, which is for selecting a particular rows. Location means which will be select based on the label and conditional statement. Allocation means which is selecting a particular row based on the row number or index number. Okay. Now we are importing the sklearn. Sklearn means there is a module called sklearn. Sk means which is a scientific kit learn dot model selection. We are importing the train test split module. Train test split module. Why we need train test split module? Means we can split the data set. We can split the data set into the for the training purpose as well as testing the model. For training the model and testing the model. So usually we will, for testing purpose, we will take very few data sets, few percentage we will take. See, we are splitting a train test split. We are splitting the X and Y data set, and test size we are assigning for testing purposes 25%. That is 0.25 means which indicate that it's a 25%. Random state means we can be random state. Initially it will be 0, which indicate that it will be generated by initially it will be 0. Next is from sklearn dot preprocessing, we are importing the standard scalar. From standard scalar we are fit underscore transform for x train data set. We are fit means which is a function for finding the mean and standard deviation. Fit transform is which will both, it will perform transform. Once you to find the mean and standard deviation, it will transform. Okay. So for the x train data set and x test data set, we are performing fit underscore transform and transfer function. And then from sklearn.linear model, we are importing the logistic regression. From sklearn.linear underscore model, we are importing the logistic regression. Classifier equal to logistic regression, random state equal to 0. Initially random state is 0. And then we are fitting whether the x train and y train are fit into the model, which is classify dot fit of x train and y train. And then we are predicting the model, how accuracy it will perform the output. Classifier dot predict of x text based on the x test data set. We are predicting how perform the model will perform, y predictions. And confusion matrix means which has a 4 values. Confusion matrix means 4 values, that is true positive, true negative, false positive and false negative. Okay. For example, if you consider COVID situation, who are affected by the COVID, they will get a report true positive. Who are not affected by the COVID, they will get a true negative. Very rare chances they will get a false positive and false negative. Means it's a fake. Very less it will be get a false positive and false negative. See, consider there is 4 values, that is true positive is 65%, true negative is 24%. Depend on the cases. Only rare cases false positive is 3 and false negative is 8. Got it right? What is the confusion matrix? Means there is a 4 values, 4 true positive, true negative, false positive and false negative. True positive means who are affected by the COVID, they will get a true positive report. True negative is who are not affected, they will get a true negative. Very rare chances they get a false positive. See, in this example, only 3%, 3 is for false positive and 8 is false negative. Very rare cases. So it is called as a confusion matrix. We can generate. And then now we can find the accuracy of a model. What is the accuracy of a particular model? We already found a predicted Y predictions and Y test. Based on that, we can find the accuracy of a model by using the accuracy underscore score. That will be present from sklearn.matrix. We should have to import accuracy underscore score module, and then accuracy underscore score module based on the Y test dataset and Y prediction dataset, we can find the accuracy of a model. Now we want to go with the for the visualizing the performance of our model. From matplotlib.colors, we are importing the listed color map. I will show what is the listed color map means. X set and Y set based on X test data and Y test data set, we can be assigned for the X set and Y set. X1 comma X2. np.mesgrid. What is the mesgrid function will do means, it will accept two or more one dimensional of arrays and convert into the rectangular grid shape, which convert into the rectangular grid shape. Okay, that is 3D dimension. So mesgrid means it will accept two or more one dimensional arrays and convert into the two dimensional rectangular format. Okay. Contour F. I already told plt.contour F. What is the use of contour F means, wherever the equal points are there, we can be intersect all the equal points and generate contour F. It will be filled with listed. I told no, listed color map means it is used to fill the color with the red and green. T indicate what? Transpose. It will be convert the row into column, column into row, vice versa. Reshape. We can be used for reshaping or for the reshape the dimension of a array. We can reshape the dimensions of a array. Xlim means we can generate the x-axis limit based on x1.min and x1.max. plt.ylim, which will generate the y-axis limit. x2.min, x2.max. Based on that, which will generate the y-axis limit. And then we are generating the scatter plot. Generate the scatter plot. And then we can give the title of the graph, and we can give the label for the x-axis by using the hex label, plt.x label. Y label means which gives the y-axis label, plt.y label. plt.legend. Legend means which gives the corner, top corner. Then if it is the graph is ready, we can show by using the show function. This is called as the logistic regression.